Hi everyone, so I wanted to do a really quick video on testing Facebook ads. This is a system that I have used in the past when I owned an e-commerce store. If you're selling services, you might find it beneficial to use a completely different system. And obviously you're going to have to adapt this system to suit your e-commerce store. One thing that I want to point out is unless you're across many niches, you're probably only going to find that you'll sell only half a dozen products will actually convert through Facebook ads at best. And what I mean by that is by the time you spend the money on the advertising, the margins on many products may not be high enough for you to spend time, money and effort on. And I've seen many e-commerce stores before that had hundreds, some even over 1,000 products, and they only had half a dozen products or a dozen products that they spent money on at any one time with advertising. So the first thing you want to start with is your campaign. Now, for example, if you're in a fashion store, your first campaign might be for men's sunglasses. So now you've got your campaign. Now, you can test your demographic first. That's what I've seen many people do, but I found it a lot easier if I tested my products first. So let's say you've got product 1, product 2, product 3 and product 4. Now after you've got your products, the next thing you want to test is your demographics. Now obviously you're going to test many demographics, and what I mean by demographics, you could test against interests, age, potentially gender, and then city, state or country. Then you want to test your placement. And what I mean by placement is either Facebook or Instagram. This is for Facebook, but you might find that some products sell better on Instagram than they sell on Facebook. But you also might find that you sell them on both, but Instagram, you sell to a completely different demographic to the demographic you sell to on Facebook. And then placement can also mean whether you advertise to people on desktop or mobile. The next thing you want to do then is you want to go through, once you've done that, you should have a good idea of what kind of margins you're looking at for every product by the time you spent advertising money on it. So you might decide product 1 sells like hotcakes, product 2 didn't sell any, product 3 only sold a couple, but product 4 broke even. Now keep product 4 because there's still something that you can do there. But we'll finish this first. So you've done your placement. The next thing you want to do is creative. Now what you can do, what I mean by creative is the way that you show the product or explain the product. So you might show the product as images with text in the images with text in the post, or it might be multiple videos. And this is where you're going to be able to try and widen your margin by the time you spent your ad money on it. So you might find that a video better shows your product and converts better. Now, like I said, product 4, let's say it broke even, or it only made a little bit more, or it was even just a little bit less. There's still something you can do. And the two major things that I always did when I was in this situation is I worked on the creative or I raised the price. And what I mean by that is basically with the creative, you might, like I said, you might find that, okay, that product really needs a video to explain what the product is. And the ad might not convert unless you do that video. Or you might find it needs an image because the video doesn't do it justice. Your next option is to raise the price. You'd be surprised how many products you can raise the price on before it starts to affect the sales count. For example, we had a pair of glasses that broke even for a long time. We couldn't figure it out, and then we decided, okay, how about we just try and raise the price? So we would quite often, for example, if we had a product that we brought for 50, sold for 100, we might raise it up to $112.50 or something like that. And then what we find is the sales count quite often wasn't actually affected, and that little bump of extra money for every product that we sold covered the costs for the advertising. So we were still able to make the same margins that we were on product 1 that sold like hotcakes, but we had to spend more money on the ad, but the margins were wider, so it helped us in that respect.